What up, guys? It's Vi from the Back Cartel. So just because Destiny 2 beta came to an end doesn't mean that Destiny 2 beta content has to come to an end. So with that said, here's my review for the Voidwalker subclass in the Destiny 2 beta. If you're new here, I've been playing Destiny and covering Destiny since pre-alpha. So, I'm pretty much not new to this sort of thing. All right, so one of the biggest critique that the Voidwalker Warlock has received throughout the beta is that the Nova Bomb is super slow and it takes forever to get from point A to point B. And by the way, I actually talked about that in my first impressions video, but the only reason why the Nova Bomb takes a long time to get from point A to point B is because of a new perk in the Attunement of Chaos category. So basically this makes the Nova Bomb travel slowly, but it actually seeks out enemies. And of course, when the Nova Bomb explodes, it explodes into smaller projectiles that also seek out enemies. And of course, if you shoot at your Nova Bomb, the Nova Bomb will detonate instantly. So if you pretty much, thought, holy shit, I can't throw the Nova Bomb to Protheon because, he's just gonna dodge it, what you should have done is throw the Nova Bomb to Protheon and then shoot it when it was close to him. So of course you can do, that damage on him. Something that I realized is that these things right here, Attunement of Chaos, actually really does relate a lot to, the abilities, all of the abilities that we have here. Like this skill tree right here, it's basically you causing a lot of chaos and causing a lot of mayhem and pretty much getting the best DPS out of your class. And that's of course why we have Chaos Accelerant. Basically you hold L1 and your grenade gets overcharged. For example, if you use this ability with Axiom Bolt, instead of getting 2 Seeker Axiom Bolts, you get 4 Seeker Axiom Bolts. And of course this will cost you a little bit of super energy, so that's something that you do want to keep in mind if of course this makes it to the final build of the game. All right, Bloom, this is pretty much something that we've seen basically since the Destiny pre-alpha. Basically your void abilities cause enemies to explode. This is going to give you more bang for your buck when you melee someone, when you kill someone with your grenade, when you kill someone with your Nova Bomb, when you kill someone with your Nova Bomb projectiles. Basically, again, like I said, the Attunement of Chaos is basically a way to get more DPS out of your Warlock. Entropic Pool. Basically, you strike an enemy and it recharges your grenade. Obviously, we've seen this in Destiny 1. Perks like similar to this one in Destiny 1. This is obviously very, very good because if you have Chaos Accelerant, you can pretty much get the best out of your grenades if, of course, you do have this perk. Now, with that said, real quick, before we move on forward to this little perk tree right here, I just want to talk about some of these abilities. All right, so obviously, we know the grenades. If you've been a pre-alpha Destiny 1 player, like, you know all this stuff. Blink. I'm very glad Blink came back, honestly, and it's on the Warlock. But anyways, I want to talk about these. Empowering Rift and, of course, Healing Rift. Honestly, I prefer Healing Rift, alright? And the reason why I like Healing Rift is because I can place it down and then just continuously shoot the boss without having to worry about, me dying faster, right? I can pretty much do some extra DPS. Now, of course, Empowering Rift is also very good because you can also do extra DPS, except that you pretty much sacrifice the healing potential that of course you can have. But either way, I definitely do believe that both of these are actually pretty good, and it's definitely going to come down more to the player. For example, if you want to complement the Attunement of Chaos, you're probably going to go with Empowering Rift because it's going to give you extra damage, which again, you're going to get more DPS out of your Voidwalker Warlock. If you go with Healing Rift, obviously you're going to increase your survivability, and basically it might help you out when it comes down to reviving teammates, all of that good stuff. Also, I found that Healing Rift is very, very helpful because since honestly, I feel like primaries aren't doing a lot of damage in Destiny 2 beta, so Healing Rift is very helpful because you just basically place it on the ground and you're able to survive longer when you're surrounded by more enemies. But the same can be said for Empowering Rift because if you kill the enemies faster, of course, yeah, you're pretty much out of the situation. Honestly, I like Healing Rift also because it basically helps out the team more than the extra damage. Because let's say that a teammate is on low health, Healing Rift is going to help him more than Empowering Rift. Anyways, with that said, we got the Attunement of, I don't really know what this is. Oh yeah, that's right, the Attunement of Hunger. That's right, it's right here. Okay, so anyways, we got Devour. Killing an enemy pretty much regenerates your health. Obviously, you know, we've had this in Destiny 1, but they actually added like an extra perk, I guess you could say, to Devour, which means that for a short time after you have the Devour ability activate, you know, when you get kills, it actually restores additional health. So I really like this ability, right? Because let's say that there are Thrall type enemies in Destiny 2, you activate Devour, you know, you kill someone with the Devour melee ability, and then you just keep getting kills, and the you know, the Thrall are basically not going to be able to damage you at all whatsoever. And on top of that, we also have this perk, Insatiable. While the Devour effect is active, killing enemies extends the duration and recharges of your grenade. In other words, grenades are going to last longer and they recharge faster. So not only are you regenerating your health like constantly because you're killing enemies while the Devour effect is activated, but you're getting grenades faster and your grenades are lasting longer, which means that you're going to have more power to sort of dominate like an area. Honestly, I think that the Attunement of Hunger, it's basically you know, sort of like I guess you could say a skill tree that was made for the Warlock to have more zone control and to pretty much have control of an area, which is of course very helpful in not only PvP but also PvE as well. On top of that, we also have Feed the Void. Hold L1 to consume your grenade energy to regenerate your health, and on top of all that, it grants the Devour effect. In other words, basically Attunement of Hunger, it's you increasing your survivability. Attunement of Chaos basically increases your DPS with the Voidwalker. This you know, Attunement of Hunger, it's basically going to help you live longer. I really like Feed the Void because, you know, a lot of people, you know, might not think this is a big deal, but this is a big deal. Let's say you are, you know, you're in a strike, right? And you need to revive 2 teammates. You revive 1 teammate, your health is very low. You see that you're about to die, but guess what? You consume, you know, the grenade energy, and you get your health back, and you're able to revive a second teammate, and then you can kill a couple of enemies, okay, which is going to give you some health back, which is in turn going to give you more grenade energy and faster grenade duration, which means you can kill all of the ads that are around you. Like, Bungie really was very, very smart when it comes down to this perk tree. Honestly, I think this is the perk tree that I'm going to be rocking here, because when I play Destiny PvE, I like to help out the team way more than I like to do damage, because, you know, I have faith in my teammates. Sometimes, and not all the time. I mean, let's not talk about those terrible moments on Wrath of the Machine when it came down to the Axis challenge. But anyways, Vortex in the Attunement of Hunger, we've obviously seen this before. You throw your Nova Bomb, and it causes a vortex of damage that continuously damages enemies trapped inside. This really isn't a big deal. Now, of course, this would have been a crazy big deal is if when you activate Vortex, like when the Nova Bomb explodes, it gives you Devour, because then all of these abilities would basically be linked. So yeah, guys, that's my review for the Voidwalker Warlock subclass. I'm definitely going to start off Destiny 2 with a Voidwalker. I definitely think it's one of the most noob-friendly subclasses, because I think, you know, Destiny 2, you start off with Voidwalker and then you get Dawnblade. I mean, honestly, that's what I hope happens. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of my Voidwalker Warlock subclass review. I'm gonna have, of course, another review for, you know, the Hunter and the Titan and the Dawnblade, all that good stuff. So stay tuned, you know, feel free to subscribe if you're interested. Also, this Warlock is a girl, because those thighs though, shit.